All right, so we're diving deep today into this Beşiktaş and Maccabi Tel-Aviv game
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, looking forward to this one.
Big match in the Europa League.
Huge.
And, one of the things that kind of jumps out right away is where this game is being played.
Right.
Nagyerdei Stadion.
Yeah.
In Debrecen, Hungary.
In Hungary.
Not Turkey, not Israel.
Yeah.
So,
unusual.
yeah, we found a preview talking about this game, and it was pretty interesting because it's not just about what's happening on the pitch. It's about all the other stuff surrounding it.
Absolutely.
So I guess to start off, why are they playing this game in Hungary?
Well, so Beşiktaş, they decided not to host in Turkey because of the political climate in Europe right now.
Right.
There's been some rising tension between Europe and Israel.
Interesting.
So this is kind of a result of that.
Yeah, so, obviously, what are the implications for the teams and the fans? Is this something that happens a lot in sports?
It's not uncommon, unfortunately.
Right. We see these kinds of geopolitical tensions spill over into the sports world.
Right.
It's really a shame because it affects the players, it affects the fans.
For sure. These fans would probably love to see this game on home turf.
Absolutely.
And, the players, it must mess with them, too, traveling to this random third country.
Yeah. It adds a whole other layer to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, let's put that to the side for a second and actually talk about the two teams.
Yeah.
Beşiktaş, they've won their last 2 Europa League matches, but they've been kind of inconsistent recently.
Very inconsistent.
Only 1 win in their last 5 games overall.
Yeah, they're a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, and that 4-2 loss to Göztepe at home, ouch.
That's gotta hurt.
That's gotta sting a little.
Especially at home, yeah.
Yes.
They really need to turn things around.
Big game for them.
Big game, especially if they want to solidify their position in this group.
Absolutely. It's a crucial match for them.
And, you were talking about the home advantage thing a second ago.
Right.
Kind of ironic that they're playing behind closed doors anyway.
Yeah.
Do you think that helps them or hurts them at this point?
That's a good question. Sometimes that pressure of playing at home, it can backfire.
Yeah.
Especially if the team's not in top form.
Right.
So maybe this neutral environment will kind of take the pressure off.
Yeah, just let them play.
Yeah, just focus on the game itself.
Right.
Tune out the noise.
Okay, so let's talk about Maccabi Tel-Aviv now.
Yeah.
Currently on a losing streak.
Yep.
Haven't gotten a single point in the Europa League so far.
Not a good look.
And
they've had some tough matches.
That Ajax game?
Oh, man.
5-0.
Brutal. It's rough.
Yeah, they've conceded the most goals in the competition so far, 11.
Yeah, what's going on with them? What do you think is going on? Well, I think part of it might be that.
Okay.
We talked about the off-field stuff.
Yeah.
All that tension.
Right.
The travel being away from home.
Yeah.
It's got to take a toll, mentally and physically,
Right.
Affects team chemistry performance.
Mm-hmm.
But they also just haven't looked good defensively.
Right.
They're making mistakes.
Yeah.
Giving up easy goals.
Yeah, for sure.
Not communicating well at the back.
Okay, so obviously their defense needs to tighten up.
Big time. Yeah.
But, they have beaten Turkish teams before.
Yeah, that's right.
Back in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Sivasspor twice.
They did.
Think that gives them any edge going into this match?
Maybe, sometimes history can kind of buck the trend of current form.
Right.
It might give them a bit of confidence, knowing that they've had success against Turkish teams before.
All right. Well, let's move on to some players to watch in this match.
All right.
For Beşiktaş, SemihKılıçsoy. Been in pretty good form lately.
Yeah, he has.
Couple goals in his last 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Scored against Malmo in the last round of the Europa League.
He's a real threat.
And then for Maccabi, Wesley Patati.
Interesting.
He just scored his first goal for the team.
Okay.
But he's 1 yellow card away from suspension. Got cards in his last 2 Europa League appearances.
Yeah, he's walking a tightrope.
So it'll be interesting to see how he plays,
For sure, high stakes.
Yeah. So those are a couple players to keep an eye on. But let's take a quick look at the overall history between these two teams.
Okay.
Beşiktaş has never lost to an Israeli team.
Wow.
6 matches.
Okay.
4 wins.
Wow.
2 draws.
Impressive.
And they actually beat Maccabi Tel-Aviv twice back in 2011.
Interesting.
But, they say the past isn't always a predictor of the future.
That's right.
So
history can give us context, but it doesn't guarantee anything.
Right.
This Maccabi team is different. The circumstances are different.
Totally.
Anything can happen on match day.
That's why we watch, right?
Exactly.
All right, so to wrap all this up,
Okay.
we've got a neutral venue in Hungary because of political tensions.
Right.
Beşiktaş needs a win.
Right.
But they've been struggling lately.
Yeah.
Maccabi's the underdog.
For sure.
But they've upset Turkish teams before.
That's right.
So what kind of match are we going to see here?
I don't know. It's tough to say.
High-scoring affair? Tactical battle?
Could be.
I mean,
It's what makes football so exciting.
yeah.
All these factors, the drama, the different forms, the history.
Yeah.
It's mystery.
That's what we love.
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive
My pleasure.
into Beşiktaş versus Maccabi Tel-Aviv. Let us know your predictions, and we'll be back soon with another deep dive.
See you then.
Until then, keep exploring.
Keep learning.